Hello, my classy ladies. Respect is often misunderstood as something that must be demanded, explained, or proven. In reality, the most enduring form of respect is never asked for. It is felt. Elegant women do not command respect through volume, assertion, or visibility. They command it through alignment between how they move, how they hold themselves, and how they respond to the world. This kind of respect is silent. It arrives before words. It remains after the moment has passed. It is not rooted in dominance. It is rooted in self-possession. These 8 principles are not strategies. They are ways of being that naturally shape how others experience you, without explanation, without effort, and without performance. Let us begin with the foundation of all silent authority. Principle 1. They are fully settled in their body. Elegant women command respect because they are physically settled. They do not rush their movements. They do not fidget. They do not shrink or overextend. Their body appears at ease, and ease signals confidence. When a woman is settled in her body, posture aligns naturally. Shoulders relax, breathing deepens. Movements become deliberate rather than reactive. Even stillness carries weight. This physical calm communicates self-trust. Others sense that she is not seeking approval or reacting to the environment. She is present within herself. This presence creates authority without force. Being settled in the body also affects how space is occupied. Elegant women do not crowd or retreat. They take up exactly the space they need, no more, no less. This balance feels respectful and commanding at the same time. Respect often begins here. Before words are spoken, the body has already communicated stability, composure, and self-possession. This is why posture, pacing, and stillness matter more than expression. When the body is calm, everything else follows. Principle 1 is simple, but profound. When you are settled within yourself, the world responds accordingly. Principle 2. They practice emotional restraint. Elegant women command respect because they are emotionally regulated. They do not react immediately. They do not externalize every feeling. They do not allow emotions to spill into every interaction. This restraint is not suppression. It is self-mastery. When emotions are held with care, responses become measured, tone remains steady, expression stays composed. This composure communicates maturity and inner authority without a single word being spoken. People instinctively respect those who can remain calm under pressure. Calm signals that a woman is not easily destabilized. It suggests that she trusts herself enough to pause before responding. This pause is powerful. Emotional restraint also creates predictability. Others feel safe around it. There is no need to brace for sudden shifts or dramatic reactions. Interactions feel balanced and grounded. Elegant women feel deeply, but they choose when and where to express. This selectivity gives weight to their words when they do speak. Nothing feels impulsive or excessive. Respect grows in that space. When someone is not ruled by emotion, they appear self-directed. And self-direction is one of the strongest foundations of authority. By saying less emotionally, elegant women communicate more. Principle 3. They are consistent, not performative. Elegant women command respect because they are consistent, not rigid, not predictable in a dull way, but steady in who they are. Their behavior does not shift dramatically depending on the room, the audience, or the circumstances. They do not present different versions of themselves to gain approval or avoid discomfort. This consistency creates trust, and trust is one of the deepest forms of respect. When a woman shows up with the same grounded presence over time, people stop evaluating her. They stop questioning her intentions. They stop waiting for a change. Instead, they settle. That settling is respect. Consistency signals self-knowledge. It suggests that a woman knows her values, her limits, and her rhythm, and does not need external validation to maintain them. This inner alignment is felt immediately, even when nothing is said. Elegant women do not explain themselves repeatedly. They do not overcorrect misunderstandings. They allow time to reveal who they are. This patience is powerful. When actions align with words consistently, credibility builds quietly. Others learn what to expect not because it is announced, but because it is demonstrated. This reliability makes interactions feel stable and grounded. Stability commands respect. There is also a calm confidence in not needing to be impressive. Elegant women are not trying to make an impact in every moment. They trust that their presence accumulates meaning over time. This long-term perspective is rare. In a world that rewards visibility and performance, choosing consistency over impression feels mature. It suggests depth rather than urgency. Respect grows where there is no contradiction between who someone claims to be and how they behave. Elegant women understand this intuitively. They do not chase respect. They earn it through coherence. Principle 4. They are comfortable with silence. Elegant women command respect because they are not afraid of silence. They do not rush to fill space. They do not speak to ease tension. They do not talk simply to be perceived. Silence, when held with ease, communicates confidence. When a woman is comfortable pausing, listening, and allowing moments to unfold without interruption, it signals that she is not seeking validation. She is not anxious about being overlooked. She trusts that her presence is already established. This trust is felt immediately. Silence also creates gravity. When someone speaks less, their words carry more weight. Elegant women understand that speech does not need to be constant to be influential. In fact, restraint in speech often creates authority. They listen fully. Listening without interrupting, without preparing a response, without redirecting the conversation back to themselves. This kind of listening makes others feel seen, and people naturally respect those who make them feel acknowledged without effort. Silence also allows observation. Elegant women notice before they react. They read the room. They sense tone, pacing, and energy. This awareness allows them to respond appropriately rather than impulsively. Appropriate response is a form of intelligence. When a woman speaks only when she has something considered to add, her voice feels grounded. There is no urgency, no defensiveness, no need to prove relevance. Respect grows in this space. Silence is not emptiness. It is self-assurance. And those who are at ease in silence rarely need to demand respect. It arrives naturally. Principle 5. They move with deliberation, not urgency. Elegant women command respect because they are never rushed, even when life is demanding. Their movements are measured. Their gestures are intentional. Their pace is steady. This absence of urgency communicates control. When a woman moves deliberately, it signals that she is not being pulled by external pressure. She is directing herself. This self-direction creates authority without assertion. Urgency, by contrast, often reads as reactivity. It suggests that someone is responding to circumstances rather than shaping them. Elegant women understand this intuitively. They choose calm pacing, even in busy environments. This does not mean slowness for its own sake. It means intentional timing. They walk with awareness of space. They sit with presence. They transition between actions without abruptness. These small details create an overall impression of composure. Movement also reflects inner rhythm. When the inner world is settled, the body follows. Elegant women are not performing calm. They are grounded enough that calm becomes visible in how they move. This steadiness affects others. People naturally mirror pace. Conversations slow. Interactions become more thoughtful. The environment adjusts to the presence of someone who is not hurried. Respect grows where there is no chaos. Deliberate movement also creates clarity. There is no confusion about intention, no unnecessary gestures. Everything feels considered. This consideration is deeply respected. Elegant women do not rush to arrive. They allow arrival to happen naturally. And in doing so, they command attention without seeking it. Principle 6. They hold clear boundaries without explaining them. Elegant women command respect because their boundaries are clear and quietly enforced. They do not announce them. They do not justify them. They do not negotiate them repeatedly. Their boundaries are simply lived. This quiet firmness communicates self-respect, and self-respect is immediately felt by others, even when nothing is said. When a woman knows where her limits are, her behavior reflects it naturally. She does not overextend. She does not tolerate subtle disrespect. She does not adjust herself to maintain harmony at her own expense. This does not come from rigidity. It comes from clarity. Elegant women understand that boundaries lose power when they are over-explained. Explanation invites negotiation. Negotiation invites erosion. Silence, paired with consistency, creates certainty. Certainty commands respect. Their responses are calm but decisive. They may decline without apology. They may disengage without drama. They may redirect without defensiveness. These actions send a clear message. Access is intentional. People instinctively respond to this. When boundaries are held calmly, others adjust their behavior. There is no need for confrontation. The standard has already been set through action. This is one of the most powerful forms of silent authority. Elegant women do not guard their boundaries aggressively. They inhabit them. And when boundaries are inhabited rather than defended, respect becomes the natural response. Principle 7. They are self-sufficient without being closed. Elegant women command respect because they are internally full. They do not rely on constant validation. They do not seek reassurance through attention. They do not need others to complete their sense of self. This self-sufficiency is not isolation, it is inner stability. When a woman is emotionally and mentally self-supported, her presence feels grounded. She engages by choice, not by need. This choice is felt immediately by others, and it creates respect. Self-sufficiency changes how interactions unfold. There is no urgency to be liked, no pressure to be understood, no subtle reaching for approval. Instead, there is calm participation. Elegant women can enjoy connection without clinging to it. They can step back without withdrawal. This balance feels mature and composed. People instinctively respect those who are not dependent on reaction. When someone is whole on their own, their presence feels generous rather than demanding. Conversations feel open. Space feels comfortable. There is no emotional weight placed on others. This ease is rare. Elegant women also know how to be alone without discomfort. Solitude does not threaten them. It strengthens them. Because of this, their company feels intentional rather than habitual. Intentional presence carries authority. Self-sufficiency also creates discernment. Elegant women choose where to invest their time, energy, and attention. They are selective, not because they are guarded, but because they value alignment. Alignment commands respect. They do not announce independence. They embody it. And when independence is embodied quietly, it becomes one of the most magnetic forms of silent authority. Principle 8. They leave space instead of controlling perception. Elegant women command respect because they do not try to manage how they are perceived. They do not over-explain themselves. They do not correct every misunderstanding. They do not rush to define who they are. They leave space. This space is powerful. When a woman does not attempt to control the narrative around her, she communicates confidence in her own grounding. She trusts that her presence, consistency, and actions will speak over time. This restraint creates intrigue, but more importantly, it creates authority. People tend to respect what is not immediately accessible. When someone leaves space, emotional, conversational, energetic, others lean in naturally. There is room for interpretation, reflection, and respect to form without pressure. Elegant women understand that clarity does not require constant explanation. They allow pauses in conversation. They allow others to project and then self-correct. They allow time to do its work. This patience signals maturity. Trying to control perception often comes from insecurity. Releasing that need signals self-trust. And self-trust is deeply felt by others, even when nothing is said. Leaving space also means knowing when not to respond. Not every comment requires engagement. Not every situation requires presence. Not every moment requires proof. Elegant women choose silence when silence preserves dignity. They disengage when engagement would dilute their energy. This discernment commands respect without confrontation. They are not mysterious by design. they are contained by nature. And containment, when calm, intentional, and unforced, is one of the most powerful forms of elegance. Respect, when it is real, is never loud. It does not come from assertion, explanation, or display. It comes from alignment. Elegant women do not command respect by trying to be impressive. They command it by being internally settled. Their body, emotions, boundaries, and presence move in the same direction. Nothing contradicts, nothing leaks. This coherence is felt immediately. When a woman is calm in her body, restrained in her emotions, consistent in her behavior, comfortable with silence, deliberate in movement, clear in boundaries, self-sufficient in spirit, and unafraid to leave space, something shifts. The environment responds. People listen more closely. Interactions slow. Energy adjusts. Not because she demands it, but because she anchors it. True respect is not forced. It is invited through steadiness. It grows through time, through repetition, through quiet integrity. Elegant women understand that authority does not need to be announced to be recognized. They do not chase respect. They make room for it. And in that room, respect settles naturally. This is the kind of respect that lasts. The kind that remains even when you are not present. The kind that does not need reinforcement. When elegance is lived rather than performed, respect becomes inevitable. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay classy.